Hey Narwhals, I'm your host Luke Narwhal, and today we're going to be reading People Who Have Been Both Fat and Skinny at Some Point in Their Adult Lives. What is the biggest difference you experienced? If you enjoy, consider leaving a like and subscribing for more weight loss videos that help you stay on track. Being fat, random things hurt, and everything you do is a chore. Even getting full nights of sleep aren't satisfying. Not fat, clothes look better, and getting new clothes is kind of fun instead of embarrassing. Strangers treat you way differently, and the sleep is much better. It just happened yesterday. My flight was delayed, and my layover went from an hour and a half to 9 minutes. I had to run 33 gates in 9 minutes wearing suit. I made it to the gate with seconds to spare, and the agent said if she didn't see me in 10 seconds, she was closing the door. I wouldn't have made it a year ago when I was 45 pounds heavier. I get cold more easily as a skinny person. Worth it though. I've noticed this too. I'm fat, and I've always wondered why I've been able to withstand really cold temperatures, like being able to go out for a couple of hours wearing just a jumper in minus 10-degree weather, whilst everyone else was wearing thermal suits, and I've only recently realized it was my weight. I'm kind of gonna miss that now that I'm starting to lose it. People are nicer to skinny me than they are towards fat me. I came here to say exactly this. Skinny me gets introduced to people and they're immediately nice and interested in what I have to say. Fat me got introduced to people and they were indifferent or rude, and most of them didn't even attempt to listen to me. It's to the point where I noticed that even my friends are nicer to me. For example, my friends introduce me to people and start saying nice things about me when they never used to do that. I was kind of fat for a while and now I'm in super good shape. It's like the difference between flying economy and flying first class. People just treat you like a human being instead of like a problem they have to deal with. And not even because they might be attracted to me. I always get served quickly at bars now. I don't get yelled at as much for slacking off at work. If I want to bum a cigarette from folks hanging out outside the bar, someone will always give me one. It's almost surreal. Men who completely ignored me before when I was fat went out of their way to chat to me. Women would tell me I was lucky I was naturally slim, when in actual fact I lost 100 pounds through sheer hard work. Also, I never got over feeling uncomfortable eating in public. When I was in 9th grade, there was a school event thing that I put a lot of work and effort into. Some of the girls in my class were videoing it. Anyway, a few weeks later I finally get a copy of the video, and there's a huge chunk of it which was just them zooming in on me eating a chicken wing, and all giggling and making fun of me. I was fat, but nowhere near my highest weight at the time. Ever since then, I still can't eat in public without being really paranoid and comparing how much and how fast I eat to my friends. It royally screwed me up. What's worse is that my one friend from high school is still friends with those girls and tries to make me hang out with them now. I'm like, nah, I don't give a crap if we were all teenagers and they were being arseholes. I want nothing to do with them. It's amazing how much worse you feel as a fat person. You can feel your fat touching parts of your body it didn't used to, you get tired walking upstairs, your breathing is louder, you snore and feel like crap. And the worst part is, after a while, all of that just seems normal. I was 320 pounds. One day my father-in-law was watching American Ninja Warrior and I said, I bet I can do that. I started running, counting calories, biking, swimming, and lifting weights. Got down to 210 pounds. I could breathe better was the biggest difference. More energy, less pain in my hips and knees, more confidence. I used to weigh 250, now I fluctuate between 140 and 160. People averted their eyes and ignored me like I was invisible when I was fat, especially guys. People looked at me and smiled or tried to catch my eye when I was skinny, especially guys. To be honest, I sorta like being fat more for this reason. I used to get a lot of unwanted attention, which was horrifying for someone with anxiety. I haven't gotten an unsolicited banana pic in 4 years. It's sorta liberating. Being fat was fine because I didn't care what I ate. I had a long-term boyfriend, so I wasn't worried about dating. I had plenty of cute clothes, etc., but I had bad skin and I thought I was ugly. One day I decided I didn't want to be fat anymore, so I lost weight. I feel better now, but I really hate having to think about my food. My boyfriend still likes me the same, but I have much more energy now. My boyfriend did make me cry because a while back I said I was gonna sit on him and he said, if I die, I die. I got very upset because at that point I had lost 50 pounds and spent months getting to that point. I was 10 pounds BMI overweight. He went at it as a joke, but when you're losing weight, your body image consumes your life. It's hard to be fat, and it's hard to be skinny. When I was much thinner, nobody took me seriously, like I was too cute to be intelligent. At a fat weight, people ignored me, didn't look me in the face as often, almost like they were afraid being fat was contagious. Right in the middle, where I am now, has been the best. People take me seriously, I feel good, I look good, and people make eye contact more often. Are you a woman? I've seen multiple comments now about people not getting taken seriously when they were thin, and I can't imagine that happening to a thin guy in my workplace, though I can't really imagine it happening to a woman either, but I can't speak for how my coworkers might treat someone. Yes, I am. Your assumption and observations are totally accurate. A few years ago, I was 102 pounds soaking wet, and literally only 1 pound away from being unhealthily skinny according to BMI charts. Now I'm close to 200 pounds. My weight has always fluctuated between high and low, so at first I wasn't concerned, until I noticed stretch marks on my gut. I've started walking circuits around the lake in the local park. Best case scenario, I lose weight. Worst case scenario, I gain weight slower than before. I'm a short adult male, 5'2", and at my heaviest I was 200 pounds. I had multiple chins and fat fingers. Nobody ever called me fat. Now that I've lost 50 to 60 pounds and I'm closer to my high school weight, I've been told I look sick or too skinny or to eat a sandwich. Could just be my area/circle of people, but it's more noticeable than anything else to me. I keep being told to eat potatoes or a burger, and I'm wondering, why don't they just give me one? I love free food. I'm going to make a shirt that says, "Too thin, please feed me," and really capitalize on this whole thing. Weight has swung 100 to 150 pounds back and forth between the 200s and 300 pounds. The biggest thing I noticed when thinner was people touch me more while talking. Back pats, shoulder pats, etc. I lost a huge amount of weight over the course of a year, probably a bit too much weight for my frame size, but I had a goal and I was hell-bent on achieving it. When I was fat, people carefully avoided mentioning things about it around me. When I was skinny, people suddenly considered me a fitness expert and wanted to ask me questions about how to lose weight. Nobody wanted to hear my answer though. Keep your calorie count low and exercise for 30 minutes every day. Many people would claim I was lying. I had stomach surgery, I got lipo, I had an ED. Anything but consistent diet and exercise. It was terribly insulting, but I understood where it was coming from. Me being able to lose weight so easily was a slap in the face to their years-long struggle to get rid of their post-baby or post-beer belly. I did have a funny standout moment. One day I was all dressed up for family pictures and decided to go antiquing afterwards. That day was the day I was most respected by strangers in my entire life. It was pretty cool having people go out of their way to treat me nice. Now that I'm somewhere in the middle of average overweight American, people just treat me normal. More energy, better sleep, better confidence, more attention and respect from people, the list goes on. I went from being clinically obese to a healthy weight in 1 year. I'm 36 now, but I feel like I'm back in my 20s again. Employers that offered me positions as a tall, thin, fairly attractive college student won't even give me a call back as a fat, middle-aged woman with experience in their field. When I swapped my LinkedIn profile pic for a pic of me in college and obviously thinner, both the number of connections and the interviews drastically increased. Fat, 340, to skinny, 166, to fit, 195, at 5'11". All phases are different. While you're fat, you're physically ignored, so you have to be very charming to be able to network. When you're skinny, people are nicer. When you're fit, everybody thinks that you are dumb or only think about the gym. But I'd still choose to be fit over fat or skinny. Becoming skinny fat. I lost a bunch of weight a few years ago and have luckily managed to keep it off. The biggest difference is the remaining self-conscious and negative thoughts about my body, as well as the subconscious fear of gaining weight again. I love food, I love to eat, and I also love exercise, but I'm still uncomfortable taking my shirt off. I still feel like I look fat. I don't have a ton of muscle, and I'm trying hard to stick to a weightlifting routine and also cutting back on running as much as I used to. But I still don't eat as much as I should be, especially to be building muscle and keeping it. I just feel fat, and I hate how I look and wish I could change it. And that brings us to the end of the video, narwhals. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more weight loss videos that help you stay on track.